but I go by Liz. You were the responding officer. Where's the review team?" He looked her up and down, then back at her ID. "No team sent, Miss Miller, just me and my partner Ramble. He's inside the house still. I called it in. Definitely murder." When a major inquiry team got the call about a body, they sent a couple of detectives, a review team ahead, to appraise the scene, to make sure hardcore murder investigators' time wasn't wasted. If a diagnosis is accident or natural causes, local CID detectives got the case. Only on a cry of foul play did MIT's wheels kick into gear. Here, though, the review team had been bypassed, on the word of a bobby. Strange. She again looked at the cars on the street. Bates might have used a different vehicle, but hers was the only civilian one within the cordon. "No other detectives have arrived. You've not heard from a DCI Bates, the senior investigating officer?" "Not yet, ma'am. No, the scene of crime people. You're the first. I'm Hitchfield." Her chief inspector was usually the first officer on scene once they'd had confirmation they were dealing with a murder. If he was late, something was wrong. Her mobile was in the car, but she made a firm decision right then not to go fetch it. "What time did you arrive, Hitchfield?" 6:13, ma'am. "What time did you call it in as definitely murder?" 6:18. 34 minutes ago. DCI Bates had called her 27 minutes ago. Bates lived a little closer to the scene, about 15 minutes' drive as opposed to her 20, but perhaps he'd gone early morning fishing again. Quite conceivable that distance and traffic meant he was still en route. "What happened to get you sent here, Hitchfield?" "There was a 999 call from someone claiming to be a neighbour who said we should check out 88 Pond Street because the owners might be in trouble. I was told to respond here and check the occupants were okay. They're not." Hitchfield gave a sly point at an old woman standing in the wooden porch of the semi attached to the death house, arms folded as if she knew she was important and was awaiting attention. "When we arrived, the old lady approached and told me that at about 3:30 in the morning she heard a noise out back of the houses. She went to a back bedroom window and saw a black shape in the neighbour's garden. But that was all she'd said. Anything further she would only give to a detective. She was specific. Detective only. Maybe she thinks Inspector Morse is coming down." On another day, buoyed by the perfect scene, she might have laughed at his joke. But Bates's absence was worrying her. "Is the old lady the one who made the 999 call, because of this intruder she saw?" "I asked, but she'll only talk to detectives. I didn't push." "Just so I'm clear, the call to police came at somewhere around 6 a.m, but the witness over there says she saw an intruder at 3:30. "I know, why the gap? But she won't talk to me." "And then you went inside?" "Yes." Hitchfield and his partner Ramble, who was still in the house, had knocked on the locked front and back doors but gotten no answer. They'd peered in the kitchen window but seen nothing out of place. Back at the front of the property, unable to see inside and fearing a threat to life, they'd booted in the door and found 2 people dead in the kitchen, a man and a woman. Ramble was still inside, guarding the front door in case anyone got past Hitchfield. While he relayed this tale, Liz scanned the street. 2 rows of semi-detached 2-storey buildings set behind neat lawns and driveways with bay windows and front doors shielded by tiny porches. Somewhere between middle and lower class, given the mix of commercial and trade vehicles. A fair bunch of for sale signs about, which she always thought was a bad signal. Hitchfield finished by declaring he'd cordoned off the house, blocked the road and called it in. All the right procedures. She decided she liked this guy now, despite the resemblance to her husband. Liz walked over to the neighbour's garden hedge. The old lady approached. She had the sort of face that many years ago would have turned heads. "You a detective? I only want to tell detectives, not these wooden tops." There was a term Liz hadn't heard for ages. "I'm a detective, Inspector Liz Miller. Do not talk to anyone but me, okay? Others will come, but I want you..."